Joining us right now in an exclusive interview is Just Capital's co-founder, Paul Tudor Jones, of course, the legendary trader and founder of Tudor Investment Corporation. Also here with us on set is T-Mobile CEO Mike Sievert. And T-Mobile is ranked number 20 this year, moving up the rankings. It's nice to see you this morning. Paul, I'm going to start with you in terms of how you see the rankings this year and how they've changed. But perhaps most importantly, we were talking about this in the 6 o'clock hour, about outperformance, how we should think about how these rankings relate to stock market performance.
Well, the data's, I think, unequivocally clear on that. If you take the top 100 companies, what we call the Just 100, since inception in 2019, the Just 100's outperformed the Russell 1000, their peers, by about 13%. Last year, the Just 100 outperformed the Russell by 3% and outperformed the NASDAQ by 20%. So at least as far as the way we interpret what the American public wants, and that's our mission, is to basically poll the American public every year, find out what they think constitutes just behavior, and then develop a set of metrics transparently and as honestly as we possibly can, and measure companies' performance against the desires and wishes of the American public. And it's really clear, if you do what the vast majority of Americans want, your company is going to be rewarded in its stock performance. It's also, on average, is going to excel in a whole variety of metrics, such as return on equity, such as profit margins, such as paying dividends. The Just 100 paid 5 times the amount of dividends that the rest of the Russell paid. So I think, all the attacks on ESG and investment performance, I don't think they're looking at the data. Certainly, they're not looking at the data as it applies to Just Capital and the 1,000 companies that we rank.
Mike, do you think about these lists when you manage? Do you think about, and do you put this in an ESG bucket? What is this to you?
Well, we don't think about the lists. We think about the outcomes. Right. And first of all, Paul, thank you for your important work. Thanks for having us. Look, this is an important topic, and I think it's important that we recognize that what Just Capital is doing here is asking the American public what's important. And that's what T-Mobile does. That's the core of our business strategy, is to be the best in our space at understanding what people are looking for, loving customers, putting them first, changing the rules of this industry in their favor. That's what the Un-carrier is about. So if it's about really understanding people, it's not surprising that we would wind up on a list like this. And of course, today, a big part of the world wants to know that we're doing well by doing good, that we're growing our business in the right way, that we have our eye on sustainability, and that we're leaders in DE&I, and that's what we are.
What do you make, by the way, and I'll ask Paul the same question, of the pushback on ESG to the degree that, and I don't want to conflate the Just Capital list with ESG, but I think a lot of the issues are oftentimes described as being similar. But I would argue over the last 6 months to a year, there's been a sort of a pushback across the board.
I think it's okay to be cynical. I think it's okay to make sure that companies aren't out there do-gooding and wasting shareholder money. But what Paul pointed out in his opener, we agree with, which is when you invest your capital in such a way that it comports with what your customers are looking for, well, that's good business. That's not about trying to make some list. That's actually about doing work that your customers appreciate and that they will choose you for. And for us, that's the case.